Aye aye. Aye aye. Aye aye. Aye aye.
On the industrial estate in the land of the disgusted of Tunbridge Wells, the family-run business, Wain'S, glass distribution and sales. Glass, you see, is in my family tree. Though in the print by trade how the bills got paid, my dad went window cleaning. That's how I remember him with bucket and scrim. Dad kept those windows gleaming. With bucket in hand throughout the land, my dad was fit as a fiddle. Up high he would go whilst I'd stay low, not even to the middle. Of his high ladder would go my bladder whilst Dad up 80 foot. High up the rung I'd ship my bum, and that's politely put. I vertigo, Dad rear window, my favourite Hitchcock tapes. With scrim and flask I'd always ask, Dad, d'you peering through the drapes? I recall it was the summer, though coming down the rain, when I entered the office and met the eponymous Mrs. Debbie Wain. Amongst the desk of Amstrad stood by the fax machine, a woman with larger shoulder pads think I had ever seen. So large they almost lethal, there's no word of a lie, bet they could do some damage, have out somebody's eye. She raised her head and turned and said, My name is Debbie Wain, W-A-I-N. Do you want to write that down? Do you need a paper and a pen? A summer job whilst I was not at school in 93. This stuck-up Deb thinks I'm a pleb sent by the agency. With pads so large and her in charge, the skill I learnt here is observing men in overalls whilst minding my own biz. 2 photos graced her office space, a proud devoted mum. 2 picture frames, 2 hot Mel Wain's, well dressed, well groomed, well hung. Those shoulder pads bore 2 hot lads, I'll have to wait and see what family fun's about to come kept in the family. First brother Wain in gold leaf frame called Mark the married one, then other Wain in plastic frame called Wayne the quiet son. Let's forget not Mark's super yacht, he'll sell the world in June. As Wain's at home drinking alone, he hides in his bedroom. I must admit I wonder, is this all my making? What stress is my son under? Will his life he soon be taking? When he was a spotty young teen, I went under his bed for a clean and found pictures of Take That in a case. When I asked what are those, he didn't just say, mind your nose, he slammed his bedroom door shut in my face. I was never the same, and to think my little Wain was such a polite boy as a kid. Never once thought to ban him preferring She-Ra to He-Man, but looking back now I wish that I did. You might say it's clear that my Wain's a homo, a queer, but there's no trace in our family of gays. A boy crush doesn't make a guy gay, for God's sake. I told him it's nothing but a temporary phase. Even I must admit I went in for a dip when I had feelings about a girl in my class. I know my son Wain, men aren't on his brain, I'd know if he had one up his arse. Wain, I'm coming in with paraffin to set your room on fire. As the windows crack, the paint peels back the years of hid desire. Don't shut away whatever team you play, don't hide upon a shelf. Your once shut bedroom is now a tomb, a ghost of your former self. Those who once told you you can't be true, true to who you are. I've lit the spark that are in the dark as you shine brighter than a star. Those who hit and slapped inside are trapped, trapped inside their burning. You've the final say, this marks the day the disgusted of Tunbridge Wells are finally learning. Debs, don't believe what you've read, that what you get up to in bed depends on your family genetic. It makes no difference at all if, like me, Wain's homosexual. I love that his name is also homophonetic. Wain, 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 Wain. I had a friend called Wayne, surname Kerr. His life was a consistent, never-ending slur. I bet he's still haunted by the slurs bullies taunted. Wayne Kerr, Wayne Kerr, Wayne Kerr, Wayne Kerr. And whilst we're on the subject of Wayne's, the most unfortunate thing, I had a boy in my class, first name Wayne, surname King. Wayne King, Wayne King, Wayne King, Wayne King. Named after the bird falco sabutio. Sabutio was born in 1947 here in Tunbridge Wells. For those who have a prude attitude to the filthy and lewd, best muffle your ears at these forthcoming tales. Mr. Saputo, Italian, a young hot-blooded stallion with dark hair and similar dark eyes. Do I even need mention? I like being in his class in detention. So did Wayne and some of us other gay guys. The name Saputo sounds just like Sabutio. A game that you play with your finger. Finger Sabutio, finger Saputo. Finger in Sir was a thought I let linger. Take Sir to the pub, get him half pissed. Why just a finger? Why not a fist? In our class, Jack was chief for giving Wayne Kerr such grief, for his name and for Wayne being gay. But Jack had been warned, if a gay man been scorned, no fury hell hath, as they say. What goes round comes back round, and that means the playground. Be careful what you say in the end. If you like Jack, a straight bloke who shouts queer as a joke, remember humour is our best weapon and friend. Wayne got his own back catching Chief Bully Jack, trying to master the act of erection. Spotting Jack having no luck getting hard, getting up, Wayne then showed him his Playgirl collection. Despite Jack's heterosexualist views, Wayne saw Jack like to cruise Mr. Saputo and his peachy round arse. Seeing Jack getting his kicks from Playgirl pages of dicks, Wayne then chalked on the board in our class. Jack the lad, Mr. Straight, looks at Sir to ejaculate. Ejaculation, ejaculation, ejaculation. And here's the greatest of homophones that I just can't skip, considering all those homophobes called Wayne a queer little drip. Although his middle name wasn't, it really should oughta be truly related to Rain if Wayne's middle name was Walter. Wayne Walter, Wayne Walter, Wayne Walter, Wayne Walter. You'll be working in our Central Operations Dispatch. First go to the warehouse and collect a box of glass tubes from Wayne. Put them on the lorry, go back, collect another, each time heavier batch. Put on the lorry and do this all day, again and again and again and again. So I went to the warehouse and there met Wayne. First impressions were good. He's cute. I'm glad I came. Always thought the glass half empty and never halfway full. Wayne was 19, maybe 20, looked good in overall. From a mum who said he was a drunk, hardly getting by, I overlooked the booze he stunk, saw a twinkle in his eye. If anyone asks what I'm doing, tell them to mind their own. I'm having work experience with Warehouse Wayne, a rather handsome homophone. One lunchtime in the staff room, Wayne left his locker ajar. Did he do this rather knowingly, what homosexualists we both are? In his locker, a copy of Gay Times. Take that on the front. I thought, I'm going to take my chance on you, Wayne. One day I'll take a punt. It's such a shame, sweet Wayne, you have a monster for a mother who has made you afraid to live under the shade of your heterosexual brother. Warehouse stereo on, me and Wayne sung along to Take That, and then Current hit Pray. Jason, scantily clad in the video, had the effect of him turning me gay. rather strangely but amusingly in hyper-hetero-male accent. "Theoretically speaking, Lee," Wayne said, "who intake that would you do if you were bent?" I replied, "Theoretically speaking, Wayne, I wouldn't kick Jason Orange out my tent." It was then that gay Polari slang came in rather heaven-sent. Only gays would know this filth lingo, and Wayne knew just what I meant. I wouldn't mind putting on the dish up Jason Orange's Benny Harris, bone a basket, molly up the Corey, tip the velvet, tip the ivy, fantabulosa trade. I'd do a turn with him, that number climbing the slanging tree. Wayne, standing by the window, came streaming in the sun. I saw another side of him. There's work here to be done. So then I turned to Wayne and said, "Dear, fancy outside for a fag?" And I actually meant a cigarette this time, to ask about his bag. We smiled outside at each other. I said I wouldn't mind to blag. His older married brother Mark, Wayne said, "Stop it, you little slag." "Is that a copy of Playgirl I can see?" I asked, masked in the cover of a copy of Playboy. The look that Wayne gave back to me was both a look of shame and joy. "You know, I'll never forget this cashier," I said. "She gave me such a dirty look when she caught me buying Playgirl I hid inside a cookery book." I said, "I'm buying it for my sister. I'm an only child, in fact." I now laugh at things I did back then. I chuckle looking back. The nights I used to stay up late watching men for teenage girls, make queer from straight just to feel back then that I was in the world. Changing room cubicle of C&A, alone with stolen birthday cards for women, punk in trunks, Sir's bum in orange trousers, George Michael, chest out, back cover of Looking magazine, men in vintage fashion magazines, bad straight porn, television X, just to see a man naked, growing up guide, gay men with moustaches, tracky boy Gary, 90s disco dancing up against me, men in jocks in Mum's Freeman's home shopping catalogue, Mr. May. Time went by, days to weeks, 200 ciggy breaks. Smoking area one day, just me and Wayne. Hope got in me what it takes. I said, "I'll finish here on Friday. I hope we stay in touch as mates." Then, exceeding all my expectation, Wayne asked me out on a couple of dates. He then came out to his family the very next weekend. Debbie didn't know what to call me, so called me Wayne's very special friend. "Well, it'll take some getting used to. Don't just overdo the gay. I'll cheer at Pride with you once a year, then put my rainbow flags away. It's up to you what in bed you do. Don't put it in my face. I've got deals to do and moves to make. I've plenty on my case. Not trying to make a profit, but thought before you ask. We do butt plugs, toys and dildos in the finest Diamante glass." I wanted to tell Debbie, just to see the glance, "We're going on a dirty weekend in gay Paris," but told her, "Oh, just a bit of R&R in France." Debs looked at me rather curiously whilst Wayne would smirk away as I spoke in gay Polari slang, so she didn't know what I say. Jason Orange, Benny Harris, bone a basket, tip the velvet. Debbie W. had no clue the filth that fills my mind. The disgusting I am of Tunbridge Wells said I like Jason from behind. And here, my friends, my story ends, what Wain'S World is all about. Debs, set your views up inside your beef curtains, shut the door on your way out. Be certain sure to shut the door and never dare come back. How the light gets in, so does Leonard Cohen sing. In everything there is a crack.